What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily wrap right after the terrible Final Fantasy V playthrough, where of course we all know that Phil has declared that he will no longer talk about KeemStar or the podcast or any of that drama, and yet of course he talks about it and he blames Boogie. Truly he's done. Phil is done talking about the podcast and Boogie and KeemStar and everyone else. But of course you guys know he can't help himself, and he will continue talking about it. And of course he talks about it again on the podcast. And you guys have seen my video where I actually chronicled this issue. I was the one that identified the video with the Side Scrollers podcast where Boogie did an interview where it didn't get much play until, you know, I pumped it out there where Boogie admitted that Phil has been in conversations with Boogie and Wings to try to steal KeemStar's idea. And of course, when Boogie let that out, the interweb and YouTube and Twitter was ablaze with conversations. But the interesting thing is, it went from I have no clue what you're talking about to him full out basically saying, yes, I was trying to steal the idea. So let's watch the video, see what he has to say.
An interesting day, a fun day of variety, which was good. Let's talk all about what went down today. So first of all, today we had closure. Today I put an end to all the ridiculous nonsense and drama regarding a podcast that supposedly I was going to maybe or maybe not do with a couple individuals. Seems like there was overnight developments. I wouldn't even know because I did not hear from anyone today. But basically I talked about this on the podcast this morning, gave my full opinion on it, and said I'm putting it to bed. I'm done with it. I literally don't even want to hear about it again. You know, let's just move on with our own stuff and just, you know, ignore the nonsense. Ignore the drama that people keep trying to pull me into from the outside. Because if you notice, if you just focus on the stuff that I do on my streams, the podcast, the gameplay, the fun react stuff we do together, the reviews, the tier makers, the chill sessions, they're all fun. They're all chill. They have no drama in them. The problem is that people try to pull me into their dramatic bullshit all the time, and I'm not paying attention to it. So,
okay, this is straight up bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why it's straight up bullshit. You created this drama, Phil. You were the one that contacted Boogie and Wings and tried to get a third party to essentially cut out KeemStar and essentially steal his idea for the podcast. And the funny thing is that you first act like you have no clue what anyone's talking about, and then when you get exposed and people come out and show you, hey, Boogie said this, Boogie said that, then you start altering your story, and little by little it keeps changing until more information comes out. And then when KeemStar blasts you and basically undercuts you and signs a deal with Boogie and Wings to do the LolCow podcast with another LolCow, then you sit back and you get pissy and you talk about, oh, I don't want to get involved in any of this drama. People are pulling him into the... No, Phil, you started this drama. You started this drama by trying to be cute and try to steal KeemStar idea. That's what it was. You saw this great idea, and you know it was a great idea where you could make some money, but of course your pride and your delusion thinks, well, I'm not gonna let KeemStar make any money. Why should he make money off of us? When he fully doesn't understand what KeemStar actually brings to the table. So he tried to be cute, get a third party involved, and create the LolCow podcast, which failed miserably because everyone knew it was going to come out. Every time you try something slick, and that's the thing, Phil, you think you're slick, and you're not slick. Everything you do always backfires on you. Just like you wanted to be on the Side Scrollers podcast and be a regular and try to expand your brand. No, what ended up happening was the detractors got wind and ended that nonsense right away and made you look even like a bigger fool than you already are. And of course, once that bombed, you started saying, oh, I don't want to be involved in any drama. I'm done doing interviews. I'm just going to do my little thing, my little corner. I'm going to stream to my 200 dents, and that's all I care about, and that's all I want to do, right? And then when you're presented with the possibility of doing a podcast with two other LolCows and making some money through KeemStar, you decide, no, I don't want to do it with KeemStar. And then you tried to be cute and steal the idea. And then, of course, you got exposed. You played ignorant. And then when more information came out, all you had to do, the only thing you could do was admit to it, which you did, and act like, oh, this is just drama. I'm not dealing with drama. I'm done. I'm over. I don't want to do anything. Doesn't it sound familiar? I don't want to do anything but stream to my 200 dens. And I'm pretty sure in the next month we'll get some more drama of you, Phil, where we're trying to pull something or do something or maybe steal someone else's idea. And you're going to get busted yet again because you, sir, are an absolute abject failure.
I give my final opinion on the whole thing this morning. That's it. I'm done with it. And if you want the full final explanation, watch the podcast from this morning. It pretty much puts it to bed, and that's it for me on that topic, okay? Then, today was our React day. So we headed over to DSP Reacts for 3 hours of reacting to the clips for DSP versus the Internet. This is the show where members of that channel nominate clips. And I'll be honest, this week I did feel like there was too much repeat content, and I said as much on the show, trying to explain to people, listen, I understand if maybe you guys really like a certain style of content, but it's boring to watch the same stuff every week. The same food vlogs, the same comedy skits, the same animations, the same, everything. I'm not even kidding you, probably 10 repeat submissions, not the same videos, but extremely similar videos from things we had already previously watched. Variety is the spice of life, and it's weird because I know for a fact there were videos that had worked early on, 2-3 months ago, the likes of which we've never watched again. So maybe it's time to bring back some of those things that worked at the beginning of the show to...
Okay, he's definitely calling out Slayer here for his Singaporean food and everything that is Singapore from Singapore. And of course, he's probably talking about Derek and his WWE wrestling and all that. How about you? You can avoid this problem, Phil. How about you take a little bit of time before you actually do the React event and review the content. That way you can pick and choose what interests you, instead of just going from the top all the way to the bottom and just wasting your time. But of course you won't do that because you expect the dents not only to pay you for a membership for this stupid React content, you expect them to do all the work. How lovely is that, Phil? So Phil, stop complaining to your dents that they're not doing their job right and do it yourself. There's no stopping you from selecting content you want to watch and react to. None whatsoever. None at all. So if you don't like the content that your members that are paying you to react to, you don't like what they're providing you, then maybe you shouldn't make your business model that way, where you essentially tell your dents, give me $4 a month and I'll let you pick clips for me to review on Friday. You notice how this whole channel is shifting away from the original premise. He was originally going to be doing interviews. That stopped once the side scrollers ripped him a new one. And he was like, I don't want to do any interviews, forget that. And no one ever was going to do an interview with him. Who the hell would want to come on his podcast, streaming to 200 people? No one. So that's gone. Now he's complaining that the long form content, the monthly long form React content that he does, he's not making enough money. He's not getting enough super chats, tips, and so on, right? So what he's going to do there, he's going to cut that back. He's going to either eliminate it or maybe do it once every 2 months because he's not making any money. And yet he fails to state that the way he claimed this channel was going to work was that the memberships were going to pay him to do the React content. So it doesn't matter how much ad revenue you get. It doesn't matter how many super chats you get. It doesn't matter how many tips you get. The membership revenue is what drives this channel. So you just sit there and complain that you're not making enough ad revenue, you're not making enough tips or super chats on that long form content, Phil. That's your problem. That's the way you set up the channel. That's the way you set up the channel. And now he wants to modify the weekly clip channel where he essentially said, if you become a member, you're allowed to nominate clips for me to review. Now he doesn't like that because no one's watching it. No one's watching the videos. He's not getting any ad revenue from it. But yet again, he fails to point out the fact that the reason, the main driver for revenue on this income were members subscribing, members paying him money, a $4 fee minimum, so that they can react to content they choose. And now, because he's not getting the tips or the support, the extra money, he wants to change it up. It doesn't work that way, Phil. It doesn't work that way. You need to be honest with your members and say, hey, I'm changing this up because I'm not making enough money. Of course, you won't say that. You'll just beat around the bush and act like, oh, well, I want to give you guys better content. I want to expand, and I want to, all this nonsense. But yet again, you're failing up to the responsibility of your members paying you, that they pay you every month. You got what, 70? You got about 90 people paying you every month. Most of them are gifted subs or gifted members. But they are paying you to react to stuff they want. And now you want to modify it yet again because you're not getting the ad revenue and the super chats that you want on top of getting the $4 per member.
3 months ago. And that way we're not watching the same stuff every week. Also, there were some people who were trying to get a fast one on me. It looks like it's one kind of video and it's another and stuff like that. But for the most part, still a good show. Still enjoyable. I love chilling with everyone and reacting to the stuff they want me to look at. There was some informative and interesting stuff in there, and entertaining stuff as well, for sure. So, overall it went well, as usual. 2 episodes are live on DSP Reacts right now, and then 1 episode a day of DSP versus the Internet will go live there for the next 4 days. I always split it up into about a 5-day string, so that way there's content for the channel. Tonight on the late stream, we played Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster and made some really good progress. We had just arrived in the other world. We did this one epic part of the game that I remember being much more longer, but it seems like it was really abridged for some reason. I don't know if they changed it for this version or if I'm just misremembering because it's been so long since I played it. Music was absolutely epic though. And we continued on some tougher enemies and dungeons tonight. Some new abilities, new spells and stuff. Pretty great stream. Good chill vibe as well. A lot of people coming to relax on the late stream tonight, which I really appreciated. Overall today, great day. Good support, good fun, good variety of stuff. Alright? Tomorrow, Sunday's a little different. Because tomorrow...
By the way, he cleared a cool $28 on his nightly stream, which he put everyone to sleep. And of course, in that stream, he started talking about Boogie again. Although he's done talking about the drama, he started talking trash about KeemStar and Boogie. And of course, he decided to call Slayer out for not doing his job properly. So, yeah, there you go. You have that. Nice, chill, positive stream.
Normally would be a double stream day, but it is a new month. And when it hits a new month, I always take 1 day to do the private react videos for my patrons. This month, I believe I have 2 different patrons I have to do the private react videos for. And because of that, well, that means I can't do a late stream tomorrow night. Okay? So there'll be 1 stream tomorrow morning, 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. It'll be the Level 1 podcast, followed by Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I'm going to keep playing at this point. I've now done 2 streams of it. Well, I guess technically 3 streams of it. And it's fun. It's still a good game, good story. It sucks the performance is as bad as it is, but I don't think they're going to patch it or improve it anytime soon. And I'm certainly not throwing away my money on this game. So it continues tomorrow on the main stream. Fans of the show, please, or I said the show. Fans of the series or the game, please come back and chill with me because I am enjoying it and I'm looking forward to more in the morning. Alright? But that is it for tomorrow. No late stream. Okay? When I come back on Monday, now we got full-time streaming with a podcast, Elden Ring, and...
Yeah, nobody cares, Phil. Yeah, so expect Phil to beg that, for additional support just because he's only streaming 1 day today and only has, 1 opportunity to milk his dents. But yet, of course, he fails to mention that he's probably getting about $100 for that React event for his Patreons. So I'm sure Slayer probably, threw him $100 for 2 videos for him to react to Singaporean food and maybe K-pop. Who the hell knows? But I don't understand that. That's very... Why does he need to take a whole night stream, which is almost 2.5 hours, to film 2 videos? Normally he does that because he has 4 or 5 Patreon videos to do at a time. You can knock out 2 in maybe 45 minutes, Phil. So I don't understand what it is. I suspect it's something else. I suspect Phil is probably going to be playing some WWE Champion event, or he's going to be playing that Street Fighter mobile game event. One of those. I got to check out to see if there's something out there, but I'm pretty sure there is. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget, Phil is done with the drama. He's done talking about Keemstar, Boogie, and the LolCow podcast. He's done. It's official. I'm pretty sure he'll mention it again today anyway. But honestly, he's done this time. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.